Why, hello everybody, welcome to this very special video here on YouTube. I'm going to do something a little special for you. In the next 3 videos that I'm going to do, this is the first one. I'm going to show you what I've done, because I've been playing on the Xbox. I've been playing Football Manager, as you can clearly see on the screen. This was my last match of the season. I drew 1-0 with Wycombe, but as you can clearly see, it was... could have been better, but as you can clearly see on the league table, I'm in the playoffs. In this video, I'm going to show you what I had to work with and what I had to deal with, quite frankly, and what I did as far as working and who I had to work with in my team. And then we're going to go on because I'm going to do the playoffs. I might do one video, one match, and do another video with the other match. But we'll get to that in a second. I'll figure that out later. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. And I'm going to show you how I got to the playoffs in my first season. This is my first season. I just did a trial run just to see what it was like, see if I still had some views. And it worked. It worked very well indeed. Do I have fixtures? No, I don't. But yes, this is what I had to work with. On the screen, it's pretty much the team in the IRL. Akpom. I brought in this man down here. Just a 21-year-old. Looked good. Looked like he had potential, and I could probably use him as well. I brought him in as a backup because my number 1 keeper was injured, and I thought, I've only got 2 keepers, so I brought him in on loan. He's from Manchester United as well. Just a 20-year-old youngster. Brought, as you can clearly see, that was my team down there. Fletcher, I tell you this right now, Fletcher was injured for half the season. And my 2 strikers, Akpom and Sombolonga, were carrying me for the first half of the season. And by Christmas, I was... 2nd or 3rd, but I was in the top 4 by Christmas, and it was because of Sombolonga and Akpom as well. But then Sombolonga got injured as well. Sombolonga got injured, and Fletcher came back, and Fletcher came in, stepped in. I just picked up where Sombolonga left off as well. I think I went 13, maybe 14 unbeaten at one point during the season, which was tremendous. Tavernier was tremendous. This man I really like. If you ever want a tip for a youngster, no matter who it is, I would recommend going for this man as well. He's a striker. He's a youngster, American youngster from Arsenal. He's on loan from Arsenal. He's a hot prospect, and I would agree with that. He is very much a hot prospect as well. And 19 years of age. And I think he's never had any caps. I don't know if he's existent in real life, but he got 1 cap because of me. I got him 1 cap because of me. He's a youngster, great player, great striker, good on acceleration too. Pretty much average on the stats, as you can clearly see, but he's all round good, and he has been good for me. Let's go to his overview, see if I can get on there. Well, as you can see, it's down the bottom. Overall, 12 goals, 22 appearances, 12 goals, 9 assists, and player of the match, I believe that POM is as well, 5 times on that one. In the league, it's 8 goals, 8 assists. Pretty much a good thing, actually. I think most of the other 2, there's 19 appearances there in the league. I think the others must have been in cup matches as well, but he's tremendous either way. I brought in Dawson as like backup, defending backup as well. I brought in some new youngsters as well. I brought him as a lonely right back as well. He's actually done pretty alright actually for the time I had to use him. Lewis Young from Charlton, he's actually pretty decent. He's not perfect, he's not great, but you know, he's decent. For what I had, he's 31 years old, but he's decent for a loanee, for someone who can fill in. But yeah, got all these as well. What more? Yannick Bolasie, who didn't play that much this season, unfortunately. 4 appearances, 2 goals, unfortunately. Yep, everybody else kept him out of the business, man. Everybody else kept him out. Akpom, Sombolonga, people like that kept him out, man. So yeah, overall, 22 appearances, 12 goals, 9 assists for the loanee. 9 appearances, 7 goals for Fletcher as well. 29 appearances for Mr. Tavernier as well. And Johnson played a good part as well. Let's go to my two guys. 38 appearances, 24 goals for Mr. Sombolonga. It's too bad he can't do that in real life. Okay? But I got the best out of this guy, let me tell you. 35 goals, 35 appearances, 16 goals. That's because of injury, unfortunately. I think if he hadn't got injured, I think that would have been a lot more on the goals front as well. But he did well. I'm happy with that as well. Saville, 4 goals in 33 appearances. But to be fair, even though he has been a pain in the ass and that, in terms of his discipline and getting yellow cards and that, he did some well. 4 of them goals were a couple of worldies, let me tell you. Howson's done well as well, 6 goals, 30 appearances, 31 appearances. He's been the number 1 left back for me, or the wing back as well. Bowler, man, he's been that number 1 for me. He's just tremendous. 50 appearances for this one here. I can't pronounce his name, but you know who he is. 37 appearances for Mr. McNair as well, who I really like. 51 appearances from Fry as well. And Mossry as well. Sam, my number 1 DM as well. Even though I've had to play McNair a few times as well. I've had to play Kane Sykes as well in there as well. And even look at that. He's even got people hunting him down. He's done well this season for what I've had to work with him. He's done very well. Who else has got? Who's done great this season and has got somebody knocking on their door? Let's see what he's got. He's got 50 appearances. He's done well. He's got QPR knocking on his door. Like I'm going to sell to him. Like I'm going to sell to them. Yeah. I think QPR have won the league, if I'm honest with you. I might bring him back, actually. Atalanta have been knocking on the door because he's been... I think I might bring him back. How old is he? Let me have a look. How old's the player? 28. Probably get a few good 3 years out of him, couldn't I? I mean, what's his value? His value is... Yeah, I might actually get him. I might buy him for the next season if I get up. Or depending on where I am, and I might actually get him. Cause he's actually been all right. I mean, best role as a sweeper keeper. He's done tremendous. But anyway, that's the team though I've had to work with, and as you can clearly see there, after the 1-1 draw with Wickham, unfortunately, I wish it would have been a flaming win. But with the 1-1 draw with Wickham, we managed to get to the playoffs as well. There was times during the season that I was top of the table. There was times during the seasons I was in second place as well. You know, I was in and out the top 3, you know, in there as well. But I'm not going to lie as well, we had a shaky start of the season. Very shaky start of the season because I couldn't find my feet and we were losing games that we probably should have won, quite frankly. There's the fixtures as well, as you can see down here. I'll start from the top and work my way down since I've got them up. Can I bring these in? Bring them down like that as well. Anyway. Okay. Just wondering there. Okay. Right. We start with Crew. I beat Crew and I beat Alves in the friendly. I lost my third one there. Beat Burton in the cup. I actually had a good cup run as well, to be honest with you. I lost 2-1 to Watford, got my revenge with them. Battered Blackpool, lost, unluckily I might add, to Bournemouth. Preston beat them 2-0. 1-1 with QPR. Barnsley beat them 1-0. Went to war in this match. This was a war, this match. I believe it was the League Cup. Carabao Cup match with Tottenham. Went to war with them. Absolute war, as you can probably see there, 6-5. Lost 1-0 to Reading. Drew 0-0 with Bristol City. Lost 2-1 to Cardiff. And then I was like figuring out where to go. I think it was about 17th at that point in the league as well. And then 2-0 to Coventry, 2-1 to Forest, 2-1 to me. Beat Forest 2-1, beat Blackburn 1-0. Unluckily, in my opinion, I got robbed. But I lost 3-2 to Brentford. Got a good result against Norwich as well. Good result against Norwich. Destroyed Derby 5-0. Battered Huddersfield 4-0. 1-1 against a top of the table team at that point was Swansea. 3-1 to beat Stoke 3-1. Yeah, this was my run. I went unbeaten on this occasion. I went 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 matches unbeaten on this occasion. League-wise, at least, I believe. I think the cup's don't matter, to be honest with you, when it comes to that. But anyway, I scored 9 goals in 2 games with Huddersfield and Derby. Drew 1-1, like I say, 3-1 with Stoke, 0-0 with Preston. Beat Millwall 3-0 at home. Drew 2-1 with beat Luton 2-1. Sorry, 3-2. That was a bit of a rough match. That Birmingham game 3-2. It was a bit of a rough one. But yeah, I was 9 matches unbeaten. I lost 3-1 to Southampton in the cup. 1-0 Rotherham. I went 2 0-0s with Sheffield and Wycombe respectively. Beat Swansea 2-0. That was a great result for me, actually. 3-0 with Birmingham as well. So that's 2, 4, 5, 9. So 9 of 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 games unbeaten. I went there before I ended up losing to Nottingham Forest 1-0. I managed to get through Fulham as well in the penalties. I managed to get through Fulham. I believe that was the FA Cup. Yes, that was the FA Cup game. Very struggled with that one. As well, they lost 3-2 to Blackburn. Got beat 2-0 by Norwich. Battered another start here of a run. I got my revenge with Brentford. Battered them 4-1. Again, went to war with Tottenham. 6-5, 5-3 in the FA Cup. Mental. Derby 1-0, 2-0 with Huddersfield. Beat Reading 3-1. That was a great result. Not going to lie, great result for me on that one. 2-2 with Bristol City. 2-0 with the Cardiff. 0-0 with Coventry. 1-0 with Swansea as well. 3-2 with Stoke, and Preston beat them 2-1. Lost the cup quarter final to Crystal Palace after extra time. Again, lost 3-2 with Bournemouth, unfortunately. Beat Watford 3-0. 2 fluky wins, in my opinion, against with Millwall and Barnsley there. 2 fluky wins, fluky losses rather, as well. Beat QPR 2-0, drew 2-2 with Rotherham. Lost 2-1 to Sheffield. I didn't mare that game. And 1-1 and 1-1 with Luton and Wycombe. So yeah, that was my road to getting to playoffs on that one. Pretty much. I probably could have had promotion, but yeah, as you can clearly see, we bottled it nonetheless. We bottled promotion, and also not just we bottled promotion as well. Injuries played a part as well on that one. So yeah, It's not much you can do with that, really. Injuries take effect, pretty much. But I'm very happy with what I've got. I'm very happy with what I've achieved, as well, as you will clearly see. Very happy with what I've got. Very happy with what I've achieved. I'm in 6th place. I'm in the playoffs. QPR champions. Norwich take 2nd place, just on goal difference with Blackburn in there. So it's Blackburn, Bournemouth, Cardiff, and yours truly in the playoffs. And my aim is to get this team promoted. And what I'm going to do for the next 2, maybe 3 videos in this little mini series that I'm going to do. This is the introduction, and then the next 2 to 3 videos, because it more likely might be the final. We're going to find out if I'm going to get to the playoffs, if I'm going to take this team that I've worked with all season, if I'm going to find them out. I'm going to find out if I'm going to take them to the Premier League. God helping. That's all I can say on that one, because like I say, it hasn't been a good team. I've mostly had to rely on youth. Pretty much like Warnock has done all season in IRL, pretty much. He's had to rely on youth. Yes, he's brought a few players in, blah, blah, blah. But he's pretty much mostly had to rely on youth. And, yeah, we'll have to wait and see how all this pans out. This is taking place March 26th, by the way. This recording right now. Maybe these few recordings are going to be taking place March 26th as well. But I'm going through this as well. And this was my first season. So as you can clearly see, I've done very well for myself as well. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I'll be back next time with the playoffs and how the heck am I doing. Am I going to get this team to Premier League? Am I going to outshine Neil Warnock? Who knows? We'll find out. But this was the introduction. I just wanted to show you what I've had to work with. And this was on the Xbox edition of Football Manager as well. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was a bit weary about that as well. Before I go, I'll give you my hint on it. I was a little bit weary about Football Manager coming to console. Because the last time a management game came to console, Championship Manager died, quite frankly, because it was on the PS4, and they should never have brought that to console. So they took a risk bringing Football Manager to console, and it seems to have paid off, at the moment at least. It's because I've played this and I've been enjoying it, there's no doubt. I've got it on the PC as well, so I'll be playing on the PC at some point. But I've enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it, and so far so good, and hopefully they keep it that way, because it's a risk bringing a PC game, which is, like I said, football management games should stay on the PC. They shouldn't be brought to the console, but at least make it presentable and playable and fun. And Microsoft, Xbox, whatever the heck you want to call them, I've done that with this. So far so good. Hopefully they don't do anything to wreck it and kill the series as well. I don't see Football Manager going anytime soon, but you never know. Championship Manager ended up dying, so we'll see what happens. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am done for this video. I will see you next time on the next video. Am I going to get this team to Premier League? Tune in next time. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you then. Peace.